Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb get into a heated argument that almost comes to blows. Keith Lee may have cost Mr. Tendernism, not tenderism, Mr. Tendernism, his job, as there are reports coming out that Mr. Tendernism himself, Walter, from the world famous Destination Smokehouse Barbecue, has been fired. Last but not least, Big U, renowned Rolling 60 Crip, may be absolutely cooked, as rumors are circulating that Loose Cannon has sat down with law enforcement and ratted Big U out. All that and more coming up on this live broadcast. Before we get started, give me a one in the comments if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Let me know that everything is smooth and that you are getting good quality on the audio and visual. Also, please notice that we have donation vehicles pinned to the top of the chat. Also, you can contribute via super chat and have your comments highlighted and read live on this show by hitting the $ at the bottom right hand corner. I want this to be a discussion, especially regarding the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb situation. This is all over the internet. I want to open up the panel to discussion. All of you have something to say about that. I know you do. I see you in the comments. I want you to come up here and let me know what you think. Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? Is Anton right? Is Corey right? And ultimately, when are Black people going to stop hating on each other? Because all I'm seeing all week is a bunch of people, a bunch of Black folks costing other Black folks their job, as in the case with Keith Lee and Mr. Tendernism, or putting other Black folks at risk of, losing their livelihood, I would say, or at risk of bodily injury, as I'm seeing in the situation regarding Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. And ultimately, the situation with Big U is very similar. And I'm just noticing a common theme among, throughout all these situations. We say the white man, he this and racism, but more and more, the more I look around, I see African-American Black people hurting other African-American Black people while screaming that the white man is their number one biggest threat on the planet. Now, I should have done this before, but I didn't. But it's good because I've been reporting. We're gonna watch the clip of what happened with the Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels situation, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on it. Or if you are in the audience and you want to jump up here, feel free to come up and give your thoughts and opinions on it, because I really want to discuss this. This is a discussion topic, if there ever was one. So let me first get to the doggone video. Okay, here we go. My brothers. And this situation has I would say low-key has the internet kind of divided. Well, Black internet kind of divided. And I don't know why. I sometimes feel like the thoughts that I have and the opinions that I have should ultimately just be like common sense. But it ain't always the case. So let's tap into this, and I'll put the link in the comments for the StreamYard so you guys can come up if you want to. I'll bring you up and you can give me your thoughts on it. So here we go. Unless you've been living under a rock, you saw the crazy situation that happened between Anton Daniels and comedian Corey Holcomb.
Male do to America to bring it down.
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it.
No,
and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Okay, so first and foremost, soon as you start saying somebody is kissing the white man's ass, them is fighting words for me, because I'm not a brown noser. I don't kiss nobody ass, and I'm pretty sure for Anton, he feels the same way. Corey Holcomb doesn't like Anton's political positions, and that's okay. But to pretend like you can get in his mind and tell him, and you know that he's only doing this to appease these mysterious white people, because I don't know a single white person who I've never even heard a white person mention Anton Daniels, let alone these mysterious white people that Anton Daniels is working for. He's his own boss. He works for himself, as far as I know. So I really don't understand whose asses he's kissing. And that's what black people need to learn how to stop doing. Just because you don't agree with someone's opinion, that doesn't mean you can start insulting them, calling them ass kissers, or you can come to your own conclusion about their motives for doing it. It's the most ignorant position to take. And then Anton says, hey, no, that's what you're doing. You're S&D or sucking D because you're taking the easy route. And what does he mean by that? He means Corey Holcomb, a dude who is the adult version of a class clown, right, is trying to score cheap brownie points with African Americans by pretending to take Anton Daniels to task and arguing a position that he has limited understanding of. He has limited understanding of really anything. I've never seen Corey Holcomb talk about anything beyond comedy and cracking jokes on females and stuff like that. All of a sudden, this guy is going to jump up on this platform and have a political debate with Anton Daniels. Come on, he's out of his depth, in my opinion.
Tell you,
I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing it right now.
I don't suck dick.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
I tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So
and Corey, because Corey knows he's out of his depth, he knows he really ain't prepared to have this conversation with Anton. He tries to go at the lowest common denominator. Well, he tries to address the one thing that he knows, and we all know Anton was saying in a figurative way. Anton did not literally mean you're S&D, bro. He meant you're basically pandering to African American people. Everyone knows what you're doing because it's the easiest group to pander to. If you just scream racism, they'll listen to you. Look at people like Jasmine Crockett, who have taken the pandering to the point where they're sitting in Congress. See, that's the whole issue. But when Anton is pointing that out, Corey doesn't want to get, taken to school. So now let me hyper focus on something that let me pretend to take what he's saying out of context and turn it into a battle of machismo. That's what Corey's doing. Lame, weak, goofy, ignorant punks shit. That's what Corey's doing.
Don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man.
Now people are saying, oh, Anton got punked. He got punked. Listen, when Corey got his ass up and walked over there and came to sit down, Anton didn't move a muscle. Anton scooted in, moved his mic. Yeah, we could do it. We could have the conversation face to face. I don't know one punk who does that. He scooted. We could have this conversation face to face. It's like this playground schoolyard mentality that a lot of African American people possess, where they're like, yeah, if you didn't jump up and crash out immediately, you got bullied. But then we'll say, why are our communities so violent? The same black people will say, why are the YNs shooting each other up throughout all over black neighborhoods all over the country? Well, have you ever thought that our culture puts us in a position to where we feel like our manhood is in jeopardy if we don't crash out and do something that's going to lead us to prison? And that's exactly what's going on right here. Thank goodness Anton is above, that type of stupidity and that influence. And we got LTZ reporting in for the BS. See, people like LTZ, they don't like when black people preach positive, logical, rational thinking messages to other black people. These people are entertained seeing black people fuck themselves over constantly. So when you speak to black people and say, hey, don't do that, right? Black folks get mad, they attack you. Stop, because what you're doing is you're shutting down their entertainment. You're killing their entertainment vehicle. They like this type of shit. But all we got to do is stay to the end of the show, where we're going to talk about Big U, a guy who was a certified tough guy in the black community for 30 years, 40 years, and now he's facing life in prison because he had a point to prove and he didn't want to be no punk. Those days are going to have to end. You're in a world with what's the 3 C's? Somebody told me the 3 C's, like Les Brown said. Unprecedented complexity, unprecedented competition, and unprecedented, I forgot the 3rd C, man. If y'all know the 3rd C from Les Brown, let me know. But you're in an extremely competitive situation with other groups. Hey, the link to come up and give your opinion is in the comments if you guys want to come up. You're dealing with a lot in the world today. And the people who are not going to survive are the people who are still trying to live this reactionary existence. Those are the people who are going to end up on the losing end. Oh, he got punked. How you get punked? I didn't see Corey put his hands on that man. I didn't see Corey. I'll rewind it a little bit. I didn't see Corey put his hands on that man. In my opinion, Corey got punked because he walked up, sat down like he was going to do something, and didn't do shit. If you're not going to do nothing, why did you waste your energy jumping up like a hoe and walking over there to sit down in front of him?
No, I'm with it, homie. I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about none.
Well,
I don't give a fuck about none of that. You done jumped out your seat, ran over there like you was ready to get cracking, and didn't do shit. I don't know where y'all from, but I know a lot of these dudes are just bitch made. A lot of dudes. But anyway, so we have this like toxic mentality in our community, where it's like, this guy's a multimillionaire. Bro just built like 10 houses in a gated community, doing things. He hires black people. He does things for the community. He's in a community that nobody wants to be in. Detroit, everyone's trying to move. He's standing there trying to get the city back on track. And you guys are like, yo, he got punked. No, he made the mistake of coming and sitting with the lowest level of existence in the black community, the entertainment sector, and basically was put in a situation where he might have had to put hands on somebody. That's it. And Corey is like 60 years old. Like, there's no way on earth in my mind I'm thinking Corey old ass about to go beat up Anton. There's not happening. And Anton, in my opinion, looked like a dude who just simply was not threatened by Corey at all. Like, what are you gonna do?
Tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a
homie.
lot
I
of
got
shit
you,
that I
GT
don't
Valley.
fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I
go.
don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's
Now,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
Now, and still, Anton's trying to be respectful. He said, I'm going to respect your platform. I'm not going to just insult you again. I said what I had to say because Corey is the one who took something that was supposed to be, it wasn't meant that way. It was not in that context, right? But he took it that way because he's not intelligent enough to have that conversation with Anton. Corey cannot prove that Anton is S in the D of white folks. I just watched the video. It was a live stream. Anton went in on Indians and Asians who were trying to talk shit about black people. Anton went in on them for a good 10 minutes, going hard. I was like, damn, bro, trying to get his channel taken down. Risked his hundreds of thousands of dollars he's making on YouTube going in on Indians, Asian. But this is why you see a lot of black conservatives do not defend black people, because you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. He spoke up for black people on his major platform. Bro done been on Fox News, bro done been on Dr. Phil, bro done been on all these things. He still stuck up for you when people were disparaging black people, talking about we were dumb and we didn't know anything and all this stuff. He has programs he's created to help people make money, grow their wealth, all that stuff. A damn comedian who's basically just a broke drunk is coming at this dude over you said he kissed his ass and he said you suck dick and now you offended. We know that when someone says you're kissing the ass of someone, you're not literally talking about kissing someone's ass. We know when someone say, man, stop dick sucking. We know you ain't literally talking about dick sucking. We know that. But that's what unintelligent people do. They look for things to take out of context so they can have an excuse to crash out. And Corey is too old for that. Now, maybe he was chasing a viral moment. But what I know is this dude walked 10 feet across the room and not do shit. That's the bitch to me. That's the punk to me. Because if I walk up on you, I'm going to do something to you. I ain't going to walk up on you just to stand there. That's how people get shot. That's how black people lose their life. Rolling up on somebody trying to punk them and then get your ass blasted. Anton's there. He has a young lady with him who is not even his girlfriend. It's someone he works with. If you watch his channel, he talks about her all the time, right? His wife knows her and everything. They're cool. They're business partners. She's like assistant or something for him. But Corey even did some whole shit trying to blast that out. We got the game messed up in the black community, bro. The shit y'all think the things we think are cool and correct, that ain't cool and it's not correct. It's never been. That's the cool part. It's never been. This is some new age bullshit. That people are trying to paint like it's some old school, real black shit. No, it's not. At what point do you see a man with a woman and that woman ain't on camera and you feel confident enough to yell out that he had a woman there and this and that, not knowing what his relationship with that woman was, not knowing if his wife, you gonna put another black man's marriage and relationship in jeopardy because you mad like a bitch. That's what y'all celebrating. Yeah, I'm team Corey. Well, then you team bitch then. But it's a lot of black people. The internet has given a rise to, all them black people who used to live in a black community, but nobody took them serious and they would get punked all the time and they wouldn't be invited to nothing and people wouldn't deal with them like, screw him, he's a punk. Those dudes are now on the internet and they're working every single day. Dudes like Tariq Nasheed, just straight up bitch made dudes who now have found life on the internet because they can talk shit and never have to actually interact with nobody. That's where these dudes are. But let me play a little bit more of this, and I'm gonna get GT.
No.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But
We
you're
good.
not busting up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do dick
We can put
sucking
the
shit.
microphone right now and go on back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just went.
He said, we good, but you ain't bossing up on me. I did already. You didn't boss up on bro. A boss would have been like, nigga, get the fuck out of my studio if you talking about I'm dick sucking. That's a boss move. But Corey can't kick nobody up out of that studio. He worked for somebody. He don't own that podcast. This is some bitch shit that Corey Holcomb did. And I tell him to his face. I'll tell him straight to his face. And you guys seen me do it before? Nah, homie, you was on some bitch shit. Straight up. But y'all want people to get on the camera and crash out for y'all entertainment and jeopardize they shit that they got going on. We're not doing that. Niggas is getting on flights, living their best life. We passed those days. You see a man our age crashing out over some stupid. Only thing that shows is that he ain't got shit going for himself. And Anton handled it 100% correctly. Went back to his office. He owned offices, homes, building homes, all that. He went back to his office and sat there and made in one live stream damn near $2,000 as people continued to donate $100 super chat donations, telling him, yo, you handled that shit right. And you know where Corey Holcomb went? Back to being employed by probably an Asian or something who owns that shit and trying to hit the road drunk so he could make money whenever his kids' college tuition is due. A family man taking care of his kids, handling his business, making money, took a bet on himself. He's making millions versus a comedian who basically got himself blackballed from comedy, been in one relationship after another one, bashes women because he's mad, a drunk who's still working for somebody at damn near 60 years old. There ain't no way that could ever happen. Anton, check me. Anton's never checked me. You're fucking tripping. Me and Anton are cool as hell. We had a debate about immigration, which is funny because now Anton's position on immigration is the same as mine, when before he was saying some other shit. But me and Anton had a debate on immigration. He did me a blessing. He called into my show, debating me on immigration, and he didn't even have to do that. And Anton, I had left a super chat on his channel, and he was like, yo, I know you don't think I remember you. I know you. I watched you on No Jumper. Me and Anton, we cool. We always gonna be cool because we're both men and we know how to conduct ourselves. Now, maybe Corey was chasing a viral moment, but yeah, that wasn't the way to handle that. Purposely taking shit out of context. That's what pisses me off. If there's one thing that Adam 22 said that I agree with, he said, when you sit down and have a podcast, there's an unspoken agreement that you are not going to resort to violence over what somebody else has to say. And I believe that's very true. Very true. Let me get these super chats. Then we're going to bring the our guest up here. Guys, remember, if you want to join in on this discussion particularly, there's a link in the comments. Click it. Come on up. Let's get these super chats. Shout out to Sucker Season LA. You see, I got my Sucker Season hat on right here. Beautiful. I don't know, what is this, velour or something? This material on this hat is awesome. I went out yesterday and I got so many compliments on this hat. It was unbelievable. Everybody was like, we love that hat. We love that hat. Definitely awesome. Go check out Sucker Season LA and get you some merch. Thank you, my brother. Salute to the channel. Now he's got a comment for us right here. Corey could fit trying to air 80 out. Wait, let me see. Oh, okay. Corey couldn't fit trying to air 80 out. That's whole shit. And I'm a Corey Holcomb fanboy, shaking my head. 100%. I'm a huge Corey Holcomb fan. I'm gonna have to change his name to Corey Holcomb. But I'm a huge Corey Holcomb fan. His joke about the vaginal rejuvenation surgery, classic. Top 5 or maybe 10 funniest jokes of all time. This dude is hilarious. So don't think this is coming from a place of hate. I love Corey. Corey's great. But Corey did some whole shit and he needs to be called out. All right, let's go. We in here. GT is in the building. Cashta Nova is in the building. TSM, you better have your audio together today. Yo, what up, GT?
Hey, yo, how you doing, Brandon? Thank you for bringing me up here. Thank you for your time. But my comments in the chat were, they weren't too descriptive, but I could hear how you were asking me the question of what side I was on. My comment was for the one that got punked is the one that got up and sat down, which was like I can hear the name now is Corey. The Anton
Right.
dude told him on the mic, he still kept his composure, and that's true. Like when a clash of two different personalities are there and it's on camera and it's rolling, you gotta be coherent and stay on cue. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's kind of like a war zone on camera. So it's like, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't sync. You got to keep that balance and keeping it professional. But I agree with you absolutely 100% on how to compose when those situations occur, because you say the wrong thing, or if you don't speak up for yourself, then yeah. But if you're gonna do the most and how you say, if you become too aggressive, now you're making it a personal issue. It's like, what if that man out of fear just does something, and what if that man reacted at a situation in that nick of time? It could have went the other way, how you explained it. But yeah, that's all, bro.
No,
I feel like
100%. So
Corey took the L.
maybe I misunderstood what you were saying in the comments, but I agree with you 1000%. Like if Corey walked up on Anton and Anton would have jumped up and knocked Corey out, in any court of law would have been like, no, you came up to him in a threatening manner and he reacted accordingly. You came into his personal space. But Anton is a gentleman. We don't have to worry about him doing something like that. Bro showed up with his collar shirt with his Anton Daniels embroidery on it. Bro's there as a professional. Anton also went to no jumper. I don't know if you guys know that. You didn't see him getting into that kind of situation with Adam 22, and that's the difference. Adam 22 says offensive stuff to people all the time, but people with sense, they know not to react to it because there's more at stake. You become a millionaire and see how many little petty bullshit fights you go get into on the street. When you get done getting sued and losing everything, you're going to say, damn, maybe I should just sat my ass in that chair and not said nothing. So I got no problems with what Anton did or how he handled it.
And one last thing, it's like how we brushed the female guest or host that was in between them. I didn't like how he did all that, because it made it seem like, the situation was going to go left to a further extent by doing that. Come on, just to go sit next to a man and go for tit for tat. Nah, bro, that's all. But yeah, thank you for my time, Brandon. I like the show. Keep rolling, keep giving us that content, bro. Like, you got the knowledge. Spread that food, bro.
Thank you so
Spread
much.
that
I
food. We
appreciate
need
that.
it.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
And yep, thank you.
Yeah, Anton handled it. I mean, come on, Anton ain't got no problem. Everything Corey did, even when I wanted to I always try to put myself in the other person's shoes. There was zero reason to do what Corey did, man. He was on some whole shit. But Corey is from Chicago, and Detroit dudes and Chicago dudes got beef for whatever reason.
Bro, Brandon, that's cap, bro. That's cap.
Yeah, go ahead. This is another dude from Chicago. He got beef with me now because I'm from LA. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got smoke with you because you said that. Detroit is our little big brother. Like ain't no Chicago without Detroit, bro. Like we work hand in hand. We like Batman and Robin. Like, so I'm really disappointed that Corey Holcomb did. I didn't even know dude was from Chicago. I didn't know Corey was from Chicago. Like, I never disliked Corey, but I never really necessarily can say that I liked him. Like I never really liked his comedy, but I feel like he was in the wrong because it's like Anton is a big YouTuber. Like I think he got like 1 million subscribers. Corey got like a fraction of that. Like if anything, if he coming to your platform, you're supposed to, get some of his subscribers. Like that's the smart business model. But he jeopardized that just by being emotional. Maybe you just don't agree with some of the stuff that Anton says, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff that a lot of people say, you know, like you're not gonna agree with everything someone says. So like for him to take offense to, you know, what Anton said in retaliation of what Corey said. Corey, you said he kissing ass. You know, like, and he probably feel like, hey man, that's kind of offensive. It's a little personal jab. So I'll take a personal jab at you by saying you sucking D. And for Corey to get angry, so angry, and he puff his chest out and move the lady out of the way, and you know, all of these theatrical gestures. It's just theatrics. You know, Corey wasn't gonna do nothing, bro. Like,
Right.
Like Anton probably got that thing on him, bro. Like not just that, it's security. That like he let him know, like I got security, you got security, bro. It ain't nothing finna happen right here. Corey, I feel like I don't know what it is, bro. Like, do you got some kind of childhood trauma, you know, related to gayness or you know, like for you to get that angry, bro? Like, can't nobody say nothing to me to make me like that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
let me get in his face. Say it to my face. Like, bro, we're not kids. Like, that's stuff we do when we kids. Say it in my face. Say it in my face, you know?
And you know what, Costa, what makes it real bad? You're a freaking comedian, dude. Comedians are usually the guys who got guys trying to fight them over something that they said.
Right.
That, bro, you basically gave away your superpower, bro. The one superpower comedians have is they can laugh off anything and make it a joke. Why Corey didn't just start roasting, bro? Anton is a very roastable guy with that peanut head.
No, is he really a comedian? Because like I said, I don't have anything against Corey. I never really liked him. I never disliked him. It's just I never really found him really funny like that. So like, is he a comedian?
But he is a comedian, bro. I mean, he travels and does comedy.
Okay, cool.
But what I'm saying is that was a perfect opportunity. Corey's weapon is his comedy, right? His sense of humor. When Anton says some stuff to you like that, roast, bro. Bro got a peanut head and wear glasses, bro, and he bald. Come on, bro. That's like.
But Anton don't look like he played 1 ounce of organized sports growing up.
He's a small guy.
Come on,
I didn't realize Look, I didn't realize Anton was so small.
He didn't get no points swelling up on him like that, bro. Anton like 5'7", 5'6", maybe. I don't know.
5'7", 5'6"?
Anton, he looks small, bro.
Yeah, Anton probably not even 5'7", bro. He probably 5'6", 5'5". But it don't matter. Bro look like he look like he'll throw him because bro talk about he got like 5'3" brothers or some shit. So I know he
ain't finna let no nigga. Come on, bro. They was gonna be tough.
You don't come out of Detroit being no punk like that, bro.
Yeah, but you heard him. You heard that hood come out of him. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah, he was. Hey, there was nothing in me that detected an ounce of fear in Anton. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He wasn't, bro. Like
he didn't even flinch or move.
We adults, bro. Like, what is it to be scared of?
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh man, he let Corey get up on him, bro." Y'all don't know nothing about center of gravity, bro. Low man win. Anybody walking up somebody hovering over him is asking to get double legged and beat down. But Costa, we're gonna go to TSM. Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Sucker Season LA again. Autotype massacred what I was saying. Corey foul for trying to air AD out. That's ho-ish. That's ho shit. Wait, that's ho shit. You and I'm I guess he's saying you and me are Corey fans. Shaking my head. Sucker Season LA. Got it. Sorry, I'm butchering it, bro. But ultimately, that's true. And I said that earlier. He took it to the next level, trying to call bro out for having a young lady with him and not knowing that that's bro's personal assistant who goes with him everywhere. Beyond that, I know nothing about it, but I know that their relationship is very public and it is a professional relationship that his wife is aware of and does not feel an ounce of concern about. But to try to throw it out there like you trying to get him in trouble, that's how I know Corey was pressed. And that's how I know that Corey wasn't going to do nothing to Anton, bro. You was that pressed and you didn't throw a punch. And then he said, I got money for all this. When someone say I got money and they talking to a multimillionaire, Yeah, they don't got no money. They just saying that. Go ahead, TSM.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Barely.
Yes. I was saying, like, I think. Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. I hear you now.
Yeah, I will be quick and fast. I think that Corey was waiting for Anton for this moment, you know, because Anton, he have his podcast all day long and he talks bad like to a lot of people. I don't like him personally, you know. I think maybe he's a nice dude, you know, but his
Why
podcast
don't you like
hurts a lot
Anton personally?
because he got this kind of Uncle Tom mindset, bro.
Oh
It's like
my
kind of Uncle
God.
Tom, like he's just like for real. He's like kind of Uncle Tom, bro. Like he played the white card, he played the black race all the time, and like he's just hurting immigrant, he hurting broke people. I don't like him. I think he's a scammer.
All right. Let
Barely.
me say this. Do you think that it's not an Uncle Tom mentality as much as it may be just the fact that he's rich?
No. I
Because
believe he's not rich.
rich people have a certain way that they interact with people.
Yeah,
That can rub you
it's
the
a
wrong way.
thing. But to me, he's not. I think he's faking. He's faking until he make it.
Nah, bro got money. Bro just built like 10 houses, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to be sure about that.
No, you can look it up. Stop it, TSM. You can look that stuff up in the
I love
zoning.
you guys. I gotta go back to work, but I
Yeah,
just want to
get
say
your
that, man.
immigrant ass back to work. This dude got
All right, man, I
10
love you,
jobs.
Brandon.
And
See
TSM,
you.
you know how I know you're an immigrant, TSM?
Tell me.
Because you're rich and you still work every day.
I love you,
I love you,
Brandon.
brother.
I'll see
Love
you
you,
later.
man. Love you. This dude work every day and got bread. That's crazy. Laughing like Sagat. What up, my brother? Good to have you up here. You there? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, laughing like Sagat. You're muted.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was actually trying to talk through my through my USB mic, but now I got to talk to my AirPods. Can you hear me?
You sound great.
Okay, good, man. Yeah, man. Like the audio sounds kind of weird through the AirPods. That's why I was trying to talk to people. Anyway, straight to the point. I saw 80% of that interview, and I agree. You know, honestly, I don't think Anton did anything wrong. At first, I was leaning slightly a little bit more towards Corey because, you know, SMD, that's pretty much like the ultimate disrespect universal, unless you're from New York, you know, that's a greeting. But anywhere else, you know, that's ultimate disrespect. However, if you start from the beginning of that conversation, there was some tension, you know, mostly coming from Corey, especially when he first, you know, introduced Anton. He's like, yeah, you know, I don't agree with this dude, so it's going to be, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, was this premeditated, you know? And for the record, I don't have much of a dog in the fight. I kind of like both of these guys. You know, I think both of these guys are pretty talented. You know, I think Corey can be funny. You know, I think Anton is intelligent, but I just can't help but think it was some type of premeditated agenda to try to, like, I guess, make Anton fold into a certain way of thinking, like a lot of left-leaning people do. Because even though Corey claims to be independent, like if you really listen to him, clearly he leans left, and that's cool. You know, you can lean left, you can lean right, but at the same time, if you're really trying to have a conversation with somebody, you have to put your feelings to the side. You know, I mean, like, you know, and that's the problem with, like, you know, leftists. I don't want to say liberals. There's a difference between liberals and leftists. Leftists, you know, they seem to try to impose themselves, you know, in an almost narcissistic way. And I hate to make this political, but this wasn't a political, you know, conversation pretty much,
Yeah.
you know, honestly. And
well, it started the whole issue was over politics, and that's what I said. You got a comedian crashing out because he brings up something political and can't explain it. Like, bro, if you disagree with what Anton say, take black and white out of it. What do you specifically disagree with, and have the conversation about that?
Exactly. 100%. And this is, and regardless of like where we lean as black people, we need to try to work together and just meet in the middle. It doesn't matter who you voted for. It don't matter what kind of policies you believe in. Honestly, you know, if you are pro-black, I'm not saying Corey is not, you know, I'm sure he is, but if truly
Anton is
you're
pro-black.
pro-black,
Both of them are pro-black.
yeah, if you truly pro-black, like, I mean, like, politics to the side, like, you know, I'm trying to work with my brothers and sisters to, like, build something. But, I mean, you know, I didn't think Anton do anything wrong, you know, and they said Anton got punked. Anton did not get punked. Anton invited the guy to go outside, you know, and he didn't go outside. So you didn't go outside, then
As a
I mean, you're not trying to fight.
as a multimillionaire, why would I fight you on camera? You see what just happened to Tariq Nasheed?
Right.
Tariq Nasheed just got sued by Taharka and lost for money, and it wasn't a whole lot, but he still lost money. Why would any multimillionaire be like, yeah, the camera's rolling, let me attack you in your studio? I told Anton, bro, this was all a play to try to get a bag out of you. Comedians are supposed to de-escalate situations with jokes, right? If you are truly offended by what I said, crack a joke on me, make me come at you, and then de-escalate it by making me laugh. That's the job as a comedian, and I think that exposed the lack of talent that Corey Holcomb has, in my opinion. Final thoughts?
Sure. Well, just to add another thing, man. On top of that, his boy Zoe just recently, like Corey just had to pay, I think, $20,000 or something like that, you know, because he attacked Ari Spears. So you would think that he would have been more decisive, honestly. I mean, if it was like that, don't even invite him to your studio. They could have done it. I mean, if there was that much tension, they could have probably just did it like maybe through like Zoom or something like that. But
that's what you got to understand. Corey is not inviting people. Corey worked for somebody. They determine the lineup, who gonna come, who gonna visit, and all that stuff. He's an employee. Ultimately, Negro, sit your ass down. You ain't no Patrice O'Neal. You ain't no Paul Mooney. You ain't no Dave Chappelle. Corey, know your place. Know your place. I hope you see this. Corey, know your place. You are funny, but you ain't one of the goats. You ain't one of the kings. You know what I'm saying? Sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? You funny because you blue. You know, you raw, right? And that's cool. But as raw as you are, you're raw as it could possibly get, and you still can't get a large audience in an era where it's a bunch of safe comedy where people don't want to say the wrong thing. Stop. If you were on Patrice O'Neal level, you would have de-escalated that with jokes. Patrice O'Neal sit there, tear your ass apart with jokes, and then come back like, okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? Cult of Black Phillip is classic shit. Corey, you ain't there, man. Sit your ass down. You ain't there enough to come at AD, man. All right, man. Thank you so much, Laughing Like Socket.
Already, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Mike, what up, Mike?
Man, what's up, B-Dog? Hey, you can hear me clear, right?
Very clear, loud and clear.
All right. Now, I ain't gonna lie. You know I rock with you, B-Dog, but you do sound a little biased to AD, though. You do sound like you leaning his way, like y'all got some kind of friendship or something.
Think of it like this. I'm biased towards maturity.
All right. So let's look at it this way. Now, I think they issue started before that camera started rolling. And I think Corey had tension towards him already. But one thing I can say, I don't think Corey was really wrong in what he did. It's just how it looked. AD really kind of played him, how he was able to keep his composure through certain stuff, and Corey kept getting loud. But to me, Anton never answers any questions. Even when you ask him questions, he couldn't answer. He dances around everything.
Yeah.
If you ask him a hard question, he does dance around it.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, when we had our little debate, I did ask some questions and he did dance around it. That's kind of the name of the game. But my thing is this: Corey, ask the tough questions and make him dance around the question, go from there. Soon as you start resorting to personal attacks, you lose.
All right. Now, yes, you're right about that. But now, okay, me and you having a conversation, right? We supposed to be kicking and having a conversation. Once I realize you playing in my face, like you just gonna dance around everything, I know me personally, I'm gonna start getting upset. You playing with me and I'm a grown man. So when Corey kicked it off, when he did say, you kiss white man ass, Anton took it up a level. Now I believe when Corey came to him, now I like how he moved D out the way. Move, she a woman, move out the way. He sat down, he said, say it again. Anton wouldn't say it again. At that point, I believe if he did say it again, Corey was going to hit him. Now, after that, when Anton got up and say, let's go outside, that's a tactic to de-escalate the situation while you walking outside. You would have did what you was going to do right then and there. That's when Corey
No,
should have
no,
left it
I
alone.
think, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to look at the two things as they are. This man walked up on that man stand, say it again, right? If you was truly mad, just go up there and slap the shit out of him. Anton said, let's walk outside. Neither one of them were going to do anything. One. Two.
I think Corey was going to hit him, though. If he did say it again, I think Corey was going to hit him.
In my opinion, the whole movie is a dude who jumped up out of his seat and didn't do nothing.
Yeah, nigga like 55 with 2 broken wrists.
Once you jump up out your seat, you gotta crash.
All right. Now, what's that little nigga from No Jumper? The little nigga that looked like the little weasel. What's the little nigga name?
Suspect?
Yeah. All right. Now you see how he do all that woofing and barking, and that time you and him got into it.
Yeah.
Y'all issue went down right there, right? Now remember when he kept telling you to come outside other times, right? I'm like, bro, he pump faking because if he was really that mad, he would have did it right there. We don't need to take time and walk off and do nothing.
But Suspect does not have as much to lose as Anton. Suspect is a loser.
All right,
Anton is a millionaire with shit going for him.
Corey a millionaire too. They both millionaires.
But what I'm telling
they both
you
got
is,
something to lose.
You have to understand something. Anton is meeting with politicians, the mayor of Detroit. Bro got phone on speed dial and stuff like that.
Oh man, you biased because
no, I'm not. I'm not. Stating the facts makes me biased.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You are, keep it real. You are leaning that way a little bit, dog.
No, I said I'm leaning too mature. Let me ask you a question. You have 100% access to the White House. You go to the White House whenever you want to. You could bring whoever you want to. You can go knock on the door of the Oval Office. Mr. President, hey, can I introduce you to somebody? You personally, right?
And you saying this is for Anton? He has. That
I'm saying this for you personally.
Okay, me.
You have that type of access. Somebody say the stuff to you that Corey said. Are you gonna jump up but you know, if I get into a fight on camera, I can lose all access, all the perks of what I got. Are you gonna jump up and fight that person?
All right, so let me try to understand this just so we clear, right? When you asking me that question, you almost put me in that position to Anton. You're basically saying he has an extreme amount of access to higher up people, right?
Yes, and has a lot of projects he's working on right now.
Okay.
Hey, don't Anton got like a White House pass, media pass?
I don't know if he has a White House media pass, but
I know he applied for one.
Okay, so let me say this, right? Now, I don't really care for Anton that much, but I can call certain things for what it is, right? Now, all jokes aside, all trolling, everything out the way, just as a man in that situation. For one, I wouldn't be on somebody like Corey's platform unless I'm trying to use it for something for my YouTube to upgrade.
That's a valid point.
I wouldn't be on there. He's not my type of person I would even look at. Not saying that he's not intellectual, not saying that he's not smart, but we're in two different fields of what we're doing in content. Now, the point that I have a problem is now when Corey would have approached me and he would have got in my face and say, listen, say it again. Listen, man, I'm not going to do that. You know what? I see you on the lower frequency. I'm just going to exit. I'm not even
going to do. And ain't that what Anton did?
Hold on. No. They kind of kept going back and forth. He's trying to prove a point that he wasn't going to stand down. Now, when he hopped up and said, well, we could go outside and handle it. Okay. Now, you don't think outside there's cameras? That's Corey's studio. You don't think they could get the footage of him still fighting? So it doesn't
100%.
make a difference if you fighting on camera right then and there or if you're outside fighting. There's too much technology to have cameras showing.
100%.
One, I wouldn't want to see anybody to see me acting that way, that I was willing to get up outside and go outside and tussle. Not my security and not the lady I'm with. I'd rather just excuse myself from that if I'm really, like I say, I'm
right
the way I'm living.
And
now,
which
what
Anton
I don't
should
like,
and Anton, what you said Anton should have done is right. But at the same time, bro is trying to, you're 100% right, by the way. I'm not disagreeing with you. But at the same time, you got to understand, people are trying to preserve their image and stuff. You don't want to look like a punk. And I feel like Anton took it to the point where he can salvage his like dignity and manhood and still not escalate things to the point of a fight. Like at the end of the day, him just sitting there being like, hey, yo, I'm still here. Clearly he ain't scared. Right. And that's what a punk is. A punk is somebody who's scared. Huh?
I don't think either one of them was scared. I don't
That's
think
what I'm
either one
saying.
of them
That,
was
but in
scared.
order to be a punk, you have to be scared. The term punk implies that you're fearful of what the other person might do to you. And I didn't see any fear in Anton, and I didn't see any fear in Corey either. But what I'm telling you is, you're sitting down with a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect comedians to do what people do to them. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I look at a comedian, it's like a job. I got my time when I'm on stage and I'm being funny, and I got my time when I'm sitting down and I'm talking. It's two
Corey was at
different
work.
things.
Corey was
All
at
right, but
work.
that's a podcast. That's not.
But it's still
I
work,
gotta
right?
be. It is work, but think about the conversation that they were there to have. That's why I say that conversation didn't go well. Now it kind of looked like to me, Anton went up there to pull a play, to get Corey riled up because he know he can, and he's very good at doing it on his panels, riling people up and weaseling around the topics, so he doesn't have to address nothing and expose himself. He doesn't
I
have
don't
to
agree.
do it.
I don't agree with that, because Corey is the one who started the shit, name calling.
Well, no, not necessarily, because now remember
He
when it
said
started.
he kissed white man's ass.
Hold on. But Anton, when they first started, he said, I was here on time. That started their banter back and forth from that. And it just kept escalating. Now, when Anton said, I studied you, what that tells me is you came here and you knew what you were going to do. You say you play chess. You're letting me know that you set this up. Now, look at what he's doing right now. He's going around and saying, oh, man, I would have beat Corey's ass. Anton, come on, bro.
Yeah, after the fact, everybody would have did a lot of stuff they
exactly
that they didn't do. That's just normal man shit. Dudes always do shit like that.
But now somebody that has access to the White House and meeting with politicians, this is how you move it?
Yeah, because when you said on your channel, you could say, oh, that's just all, satirical. It's not like you can say anything and say, oh, it's satire. It's just for the entertainment value. But if y'all physically up there fighting, people know it's serious.
Yeah, it's all entertainment, though. This is all entertainment. Like, I kick it with you because I kick it with you, dog, and I watch your content because you'll be honest. You'll call it for the facts. You'll have what it is. You'll try to back it up, right? Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm biased and I lean more towards Corey, and my dislike for Anton is, bro does a lot of capping.
Okay.
And he doesn't answer a lot of questions, and he dance around it. And I'm not going to insult people that watch him, because if he got good content, he got good content. Bro got where he was by pulling plays. So we can't act like this isn't a play.
Okay, well, we hey, I'm not gonna say it's not. I've seen people do plays that even I thought were real. So we'll see what happens and how it unfolds. Maybe they both got a bag off of it. But one thing about Anton, one thing I'll say about Anton, he gives you the game because he said, I'm about to make $1 million off of this fool. Hey, let's all make $1 million off of it.
Well, I'll be honest. Let's see what Corey say when he come back on next Tuesday, because they viral right now.
Yeah, they viral. Corey might be mad or whatever, but he happy as hell because that money coming in. Let me do this real quick. Hey guys, I just put the link in the comments to Sucker Season LA, the clothing brand that makes this wonderful hat that I'm wearing right here. Go click the link, check it out, and cop some merch. New up and coming clothing line. They keep me fitted. Anytime I have a big engagement where I gotta look good, because I suck at dressing. My wardrobe is shorts and t-shirt. So they always come through. Sucker Season LA always comes through, brings me some custom designs, hats, shirts, whatever, just to keep me looking good at my most important moments. Go check them out and support that clothing brand. Very committed and dedicated company, always working in the LA area, and you will not be satisfied. The thing I like about their clothes is the quality. Like me, I'm fat and I don't have a neck. So a lot of times I buy like a t-shirt like this and the neck gets all discombobulated, like it's all jacked up, and then I'm looking ridiculous around the collar. They have very strong double reinforced collars on all their clothing, on all their shirts. So if you are a portly fellow, such as myself, you don't have to worry about having a lip neck, as I like to call it, where your collar is all sagging down and stuff like that. That's one of the things about Sucker Season LA that I've never encountered with any other clothing line. Double reinforced neck, stronger than a Pro Club, way more comfortable than a Pro Club or a Pro 5 as far as the neck, and 10 times more stylish. So go check them out. Link is in the comments, and I'm gonna put it there again just for y'all. Let's go, my boy J Dub.
Yo, what's going on, player?
Chilling.
Hey, I think Corey Holcomb showed that he was nothing but a toothless pit bull.
All bark, no bite.
All bark, no bite. And I think he was a good example for people like me who grew up in the hood that know that most black people are pussy. And they don't get you with the tough talk. They really don't have nothing else after that. See, the thing, a lot of people on here that getting on here, they're saying, oh, he should have did something right then and there if he was mad. You know why they're saying that? Because black people, we love emotionalism. See, we have to say it again, because to order us to do something, to order us to think we're going to win a fight, we have to be emotional. But when somebody say, yo, let's go out back, that means I'm going to give you a fair one. I'm not going to sneak you. I'm not going to sucker punch you. When I give you this ass whooping, I don't want no excuses. You talk about, oh, it was the chairs. Oh, it was women around. I really didn't want to go there. No, we're going to go out where it's nothing but concrete. And when you walk into that back door, you're going to actually be thinking, yo, do I really want this fade? See, the emotion going to go out the door when you go take that walk. You
Right.
got to keep that energy. So a lot of niggas don't want to go take that walk and go to the back, put the dick beaters up and get to it. They want to sit there and act like Big Mama and swing on your ass out of nowhere. And so you be like, oh, yeah, I beat your ass, I knocked you the fuck out. Yeah, you sucker punched me, bro.
Yeah.
I offered you a fair one. You didn't want the fair one. And then when I offered you the fair one, guess what you said? I got money.
Oh, and it was weak. You can't say that to somebody richer than you.
Yeah, what are we even talking about money? You say it again. What did you mean? Say it again, you gonna put a hit out on me?
I got money.
You say it again, you want to shoot the fade.
You got money and I just built 10 houses. There's a difference.
It's not even about money.
No, it ain't. That was a deflection. Corey, in my opinion, Corey failed as a comedian because comedians are supposed to use their comedy as a weapon. Like Chris Rock, when he got his ass slapped by Will Smith, Chris Rock won that without throwing a single punch. Clowned you, made a whole comedy special off of you, then turned around and sued you. Chris Rock parlayed that into at least 20 million, 10 or 20 million bucks. And guess what? He didn't even have to throw a punch. That's the win when you're this age. That's the win in today's society. We can't still be. I mean, after the Boondocks had the show about nigga moments, that took away the ability for any black person, the excuse for any black person to have a nigga moment, bro.
Off top. So that's all they want. A lot of black people, they don't want to shoot the fair one. That is out the way nowadays. If you even talk to most black men under 55, first thing they're going to say is, I ain't going to fight you. I'm going to shoot your ass.
Like they sound tough. Yeah, exactly.
So it's time to fade, bro. No sneaking. Because a lot of people like to sneak and get the upper hand. A lot of people like to be in a close, tight corner so they can start grabbing. Somebody could break it up. They could make an excuse afterwards. I tripped. No, we're going to go out there. And when you hit that ground, it's up to me to find. Up to me. I have to make the decision whether I'm going to let you live or not. I got to be the one to give you the pass. And then when we get from off the out back and we go back inside, we're going to know who can talk shit or not. We're going to know what position who's in. Or then we're going to have to go back out back and get it down again. There's nothing wrong with getting down.
It ain't nothing with a fight.
Nothing.
But what I learned in my time on No Jumper, bro, none of these dudes want to fight, bro.
They don't.
I challenge everybody to fight.
People are pussy.
Yes,
that's why they want to shoot.
Well, a lot of these older black men are straight pussies, and they pass that down to the younger generation. Oh, this is not you better. I mean, like I tell everybody, all the real gangsters is in prison, bro. So now all you got is a bunch of fake ass wannabes who are just what's left of the thug element, and now they giving game out, but their game is gonna be flawed because I mean they're flawed.
I was thinking the same thing. All the real crash outs already done crashed out. They in prison. Ain't nobody sitting around talking about say it again. Listen, if you run into a black man that's 55 plus and they never did a stint of time in prison, he ain't finna crash out for nothing. He ain't never did no time in prison. He's not finna crash out. It don't matter how loud he get. It don't matter nothing. I'm gonna say if he 35, if he ain't never did no time, he is not gonna crash out. Trust me.
Hey, black people talk about you canceled in Hollywood if you put on a dress, but they all went and watched Holiday Heart and then watched Baby Boy.
Yeah, they say one thing and do another.
It depends on who you. It depends on who you are, how much they like you. And let's be real. This is a battle between common sense and comedy. This is a battle between entertainment and immaturity, right? These people are with Corey not because they truly believe Corey did the right thing. Corey makes them laugh. Black people love the court jester more than they love the king, and will make the court jester king because they know that he'll constantly be a source of entertainment. So that, and guess what? You lift up goofy people as leadership, you're gonna end up being goofy. Thank you, J-Dub. I appreciate you coming up, man. This man said dig beaters. Go ahead, DJ KM.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, I got a question. After the seemingly very entertaining conflict that we all watched, it's left me thinking, why do we as black folks, I think we have the worst conflict resolution skills on the entire planet.
We don't have any conflict resolution skills.
I mean, is it possible? I'm thinking, are we just incapable of having a disagreement with each other or argument without it resorting to violence or potential violence? It just seems like that's how black people operate. Like, that's the culture. Some might even argue it's genetic. Like, how many times, just think about this in your own life. How many times in your own life, within your own family, have you seen fights break out over the dumbest shit? And I'm talking about fist fights. I've seen this within my own family so many times. And even if you look at the general perception of this incident, like within the black community, black people are not talking about who was right versus who was wrong for the most part. Black people are mostly saying they're judging this incident on who won via who got marked out more, right? So that's telling you that, like, I don't know, man. It's like, do we only just respect violence? Like, even if we're not, even that, like, amongst the black people that aren't quote unquote violent, I don't know, man. It just and what I'm not saying is that all black people are violent, but it just seems that that's so embedded into our culture that I don't know if we can like really like improve ourselves, like as an entire diaspora of black people. It just seems like we're always fighting, and like even amongst the podcasters, like, you put two guys in there that are very accomplished, influential people. You put two big dogs in the gym, and it's pretty much a guarantee they're gonna start barking at each other. They're gonna start fighting. They're not gonna be able to solve nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, even animals, they'll fight until they establish a hierarchy, right? Like, you can have two male pit bulls and they'll fight for a minute, but one gonna realize the other one is just the more dominant one, and he gonna chill. He's gonna take the second seat, and this is the biggest thing. He's not gonna have a problem with taking the second seat. I used to have a Belgian Malinois and a Connie Corso, and I had a male Belgian Malinois, a female Belgian Malinois, and a male Connie Corso. Look, my Connie Corso and my Malinois fought 2 times. Connie Corso wrecked his ass mercilessly, right? After that, it was all good. You're like, bro, go ahead. You can eat first. Whatever, right? But black folks, we don't have that. We have, a lot of folks don't have it, but black folks, we have this thing where it's like, I recognize your superiority in certain areas, but I'm trying to challenge you in those areas. Listen, if we're talking about finance, if we're talking about money, real estate, whatever, I got nothing on Anton. I recognize his superiority to me in that realm. Now, if we're talking about politics and political debate and breaking down policies, I'm going to say I'm probably edging him out a little bit. He's pretty good with it. He does do the research and goes and looks stuff up. But the debate in the political positions, I would say I would edge him out on that. And I'm okay with that. Corey is a comedian trying to have a political discussion with someone who discusses politics every single day, right?
Yeah.
He was out of his depth, and instead of acknowledging that, he resorted to personal attacks, then purposely took what Anton was saying out of context just to use it as an excuse to start a fight. There's no...
I agree. I agree.
Very
100%,
lame.
100%.
Very lame.
100%. And to add to that, damn, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, for the record, you know, I'm about to be completely hypocritical and contradict everything that I just said beforehand, but you know what I'm saying? I did think Anton won in the apparent, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, Anton won out of appearances. And I think he even won being the bigger man. If you after it kind of like reached its peak, Anton actually tried to de-escalate the situation.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all remembered that after it got real hot. You remember he apologized. He actually
he did.
apologized, right? And it takes a lot to do that in the heat of the moment, right? And
because the more successful you are, the easier it is just to apologize, because you realize it doesn't really take anything away from you. Corey, he had to win that moment. Corey had to win in that moment in his mind. Anton is like, look, I'm gonna deal with you. Like I said, Anton was just at No Jumper the day before, or the same day. Why didn't he almost get in a fight with Adam? Both of these dudes are rich. They're gonna be in there laughing, joking, saying some shit, and keeping it moving. Corey is a struggling comedian who's still working a job.
that's what I was about to say. So back to what you said earlier, that's what it seemed like, the general feeling of the two, when you mentioned the two pit bulls, they were trying to establish hierarchy, establish dominance. That's essentially what the whole banter was before the argument happened. You know, there was like little jabs and sneak disses here and there, right? Neither one's backing down. That's the hierarchy trying to be established until the actual fight breaks out. But if you want to keep that example going, I think Anton actually established himself as the bigger dog. And I think Corey really underestimated Anton. If you noticed, right, Corey kept trying to, as Anton put it, boss up, right? He kept trying to overtalk him, right? Anton was not backing down. And then, you know, the whole first it was Corey constantly overtalking Anton. But then Anton technically threw the first actual blow, and it wasn't even the ass kissing. This is what it was. When Anton said, Corey kept cutting Anton off. Anton wasn't allowed to speak. And then Anton said, I am saying something. You just don't have the, what did he say? You just don't have the capability. I forget the word that he used. He pretty much said, yeah, you just don't have the capacity because you too busy talking. That's really what set Corey off. And then Corey went to the,
Anton was 100% right.
And he was right. And then Corey went to the user ass kisser. Anton went to the user dick sucker, right? And then boom, that's where it popped off. But in the grand scheme of things, if we talking about optics, Anton did win because Corey is quote unquote, he's looked at as, even though he's a comedian, he's looked at as a street dude. Anton is looked at as the black MAGA nerd, right? The onus was on Corey to crash out, especially after he did all that woofing. He told Darlene to get up out her seat, right? You doing all of that, bro. And not only that, Anton called you a dick sucker. He said you sucking dick multiple times, right? So, okay.
Again, how many times you need him to say it?
How many times you need? And not only that, and here's the thing though, like me, I'm gonna be honest. If Anton would have said it again to his face like that, Corey would have did it, but he would have did it because he would have had no choice to do it. There's no way in hell.
Corey wouldn't. I promise you, Corey wouldn't have did shit. Bro, he ain't about to jeopardize his job.
I think Corey would have stolen Anton if he.
Wouldn't have did shit, bro. I guarantee you that nigga wouldn't have did nothing.
Okay, but here's the point that I'm trying to make. Let's say hypothetically, if that did happen, right? I still give Anton the credit because I give Anton even more credit because you're not supposed to eat. If y'all gonna crash out, you're not supposed to be stupid about it. If me and you get into a situation, right, and I say, say it again, right? I think it would be very stupid of you to say it again because now you're essentially putting yourself and like you're essentially giving me a free punch on you. Whereas if Anton says, let's stand up, let's take it outside. Okay, now we can both start from a neutral position. So, and here's the thing. Anton offered him, he said, let's go out and fight multiple times. All Corey had to do was call him out on his bluff. Corey never did. He sat back down.
But when somebody tells me, say it again, now I'm like, okay, I done said it 3 times. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no parrot. You ain't gonna just tell me to say something and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like I've said, what? This is my question. Does something become more offensive the more you say it, or does it become less offensive? If someone calls me something once, that's the height of offense right there. That's where the white man pulls off the glove and says, you, sir, I challenge you to a duel, and slaps you across the face. You say it 4 or 5 times, it loses all of its power over me pretty much.
Sure.
So say it again. That's some hoe shit. That's what little kids do when they don't want to fight, bro. If you was going to crash, go ahead and crash. Other than that, you're trying to egg the dude on. And let me tell you what Corey was going to do. He wasn't going to fight Anton right there. He was then going to say, all right, let's go outside. That's what he was going to say, bro. I know black people, bro. Corey was going to be like, yeah, let's take it outside. That's what he would have said. It goes from say it again, and then if you say it again, all right, let's take it outside. And to be an adult and be that influenced by what the audience is going to say is absolutely crazy. But like I said in the beginning, we talk about the YNs. We talk about why they're shooting each other up all across America, and we never consider the fact that our culture breeds this like mindset of like, you have to crash out over anything to prove your masculinity. No, man. You prove your. That's why we need to bring back movies like the Last Dragon and shit like that, right? Like where the dude was seen as more immature and more of a like tough guy or more stronger because of his ability not to lash out reactively, and that will always. That's what I came up on. I don't know what y'all came up on. I know
I
what
came up on that
because when I was young. You say some shit like that, your ass would have been dead, okay? Straight up. But then we got older and we realized, hey, man, we got too many people sitting up in jail and shit being reactionary. Let Corey take his old Chicago ass mindset at 60 being stupid, because I bet you if it was one of these YNs with a switch, his bitch ass wouldn't have said nothing. Let's be real.
Brandon, I got one more question for you.
Last and final question.
So back to what you said earlier.
Shout out to niggas. I'm done with you, Henry Stees.
Hey,
shout out to niggas.
Brandon, do you think I think what it is I just think that black folks don't understand or even care about like the concepts and adhering to hierarchy and authority. Like the concepts of hierarchy and authority, those concepts and customs are more embedded into other cultures, right? It's very embedded into Asian cultures, right? There's a huge theme of hierarchy in that culture. And I would say it's white folks as well, whereas black people don't necessarily, like you even see it like within their criminal organizations, right? Within Asian mafias, there's a huge hierarchy and respect. And you know, like there are levels, and I would say even in white criminal organizations where it's not necessarily
supposed to be a question.
Okay. Do you think that it's possible for black people to be more accepting and to embrace hierarchy and authority to adopt that within our culture?
Yeah.
At some point,
we listen. We do.
How do we get there? How do we get there?
Treat the next black man like you treat your boss at work. That's it. Black people know how to code switch, man. We are the kings of code switch. We go with
other groups, not amongst ourselves.
Even our own group, if we have the right incentive. And I think that that's the way. In order to get that, black people have to deal with black people at a professional level, and that's how I deal with black folks. Once you kind of make things too relaxed around other black people, then they start thinking that they could like try you and stuff. Black folks know how to code switch just fine. But the reality is we don't look at each other as a resource. Therefore, we don't look at each other as necessary, right? We look at each other more like competition, right?
That's what it is.
Corey Holcomb and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, and we gotta let Shaka Zulu. Corey Holcomb should have been planning a comedy show with Anton Daniels. Hey, bro, let's do a comedy show. I'll come out to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You could sponsor it. We probably gonna do this and that at the dough and whatever. I'm coming at Anton with ways for us both to make money. I got a talent that people will pay for. Let me bring 3, 4, 5 comedians out there. That's what somebody like Cat Williams would have did. But Corey just don't got that mindset. He's just too much of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got the mindset like, I'm going to try to one-up you and prove my superiority over you. That's what you get with a lot of the dudes in the red pill, where they like always going at women. Not saying I have a problem with red pill. Red pill is fine. But some of the dudes are doing it from a true place of giving game and lacing people up. Other dudes are doing it from a place of competition with females. And that's what I think Corey Holcomb does. You're sitting in front of a multimillionaire. Bro just built 10 houses. The only thing I'm thinking is, how can I work with bro to put some money in both of our pockets? Y'all got comedy clubs out there? Let's open a comedy club. Or let's go line up a date at a comedy club. Let's see if, dude, that's what you do. Use that person as a resource. And then you become like a valuable asset to them. And now you got a lifelong connection. Corey too small-minded to see that. That's why he's in the position he's in. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm 40 now. This is the way a 40-year-old think versus the way a 15-year-old think. Boy, you are a talented comedian sitting in front of a multi-millionaire. Hey, how can we get a bag? If you get 2 drug dealers in the same room and one drug dealer gonna say, that's the competition, let's smoke them out. The smart drug dealer gonna say, how can we work together, right, to make this happen? There's a difference between Frank Lucas and Nino Brown.
I was just thinking that.
Primarily, one didn't exist really, but there's a difference between Frank Lucas and Nino Brown. One is looking at his shit like a business empire. The other one's looking at it like it's an army. Hey, we about to go fight and erase the other group so we can take those corners and we all gonna make the same money.
But on the flip side of that, on the flip side of that, you could also, speaking of drug dealers, you could also say it could be Stringer Bell versus Marlowe as well. So, I mean, and look what happened to Stringer. Stringer got killed. So, I mean, are we playing let's build together, or are we playing dog eat dog world?
Corey Holcomb made one of the dumbest moves. Let me say this. I'm gonna clip this. Corey Holcomb made one of the dumbest moves in the history of entertainment and podcasting. He sat in front of a multi-millionaire, and instead of sitting down, having a conversation and having a mind towards business and how they both could get a bag, he instead chose to play machismo and pseudo-intellectual and argue with this man and attempt to fight this black man just because he wasn't smart enough to articulate his position on whatever subject that they were arguing over. He is an idiot. 100% the epitome of what a black man should not be. You could have did anything, comedy show, anything. You in LA, bro, and you dealing with a millionaire from Detroit with a lower cost of doing business, and you chose to just have a nigga moment. Boy, I tell you, on folk in them grave. No, I'm just kidding. I was told I couldn't say that. I was told I couldn't say that. By my cousins in Chicago. Stop saying that. But anyway, okay. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right. My brother, Shaka Zulu. What's up, my brother?
Yo, what's good?
His real name is Ant. He from New York.
Yeah, yeah. Let me make a couple of points. What's good? How you doing, man?
You good? We good, man. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. So
I just know it, man. I know it, man.
That's why I say
every time I call in, man, yo, I'm about to cut off, yo.
Bro,
but yo, let me ask you.
Practice.
All right, so how you running your streams now, man? You just letting people talk and they drop off, or is because you got something else to do?
You have the floor, my man. I really do have.
I'm asking you a question, family. Why you can't answer my question?
It kind of depends on who it is. Like you're day one, so you kind of got as much time as you want.
Yeah, I know you don't mess with New York dudes, but let me make my first point, right? Let me make my first point, man. Because you had one call up in here talking about, oh yeah, and I heard this shit from Marquette channel. You know, I don't mess with the dude like that, but you know what I'm saying, I've been heard. I heard him on this channel saying on his channel saying the same thing. Like New York dudes be inviting dudes to suck in their dick, man. Yo, where y'all dudes be getting this crap from, man?
How you gonna say y'all dudes and I ain't never said that?
No, I'm just saying, man, because you had one call on here, it's like, yo, that's only acceptable in New York, man. Like, yo, where they getting that shit from, man? Or every time y'all get a chance to dump on New York, y'all go to dump on New York dudes, man. Come on, man. Stop with the hate, man. Stop with the hate. That's first of all. That's number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? All right. I watched the video play out in full, right? You know what I'm saying? And first of all, okay, Anton is a young dude, according to me. I'm 50 years old, right? You 40 years old. Anton is like 43. He came on the podcast, yo, effing this, effing that. Yo, fam, yo, watch your language, man. You supposed to be all right, you about business, but why you want to approach Corey? Like I don't watch nothing from Corey or whatever. But like I said, I watched the whole interview, you know what I'm saying, up to the point where it was about to fight or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was a play. It could have been a play just for both of them to get money. That's number one. But number two, all right, you can't just come on the stream effing this and every second word out your mouth is nigga this. Yo, you 43 years old. What's with this nigga shit, man? And Corey do the same thing, but come on, man. I'm 50 years old, man. I don't walk around using that word nigga, because I
This
realized
man gonna make us demonetized. Keep going.
All right. But I realized like 20 years ago, man, yo, listen, man, if I'm not that word, why I'm gonna refer to my brothers as that word, man. You know what I'm saying? When the Jamaicans in New York walk around, they be like, yo, peace, king. Yo, what's up, king? You know what I'm saying? You know, and they kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's a different atmosphere, man. You can't just like, yo, Negro this and Negro that, man. Come on, son. If you gonna do it on public TV, man, that means you sanctioning it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. And he was aggressive from the start with the Negro this and the Negro that and the F and this and the F and that. And Corey let him talk. You know what I'm saying? You had people up in here talking about, oh yeah, he controlled the conversation. No, Anton controlled the conversation, man. And first of all, you know what I'm saying? I watch Anton Daniels in his little clips, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, I respect him for checking the you know what I'm saying, the liberal white women and the delusional black women and the YNs or whatever. But come on, bro. He asks you, are you a black man? You say, I'm a Christian first. Yo, come on, son. Come on, son, man.
But
yo,
a lot of people have that sentiment.
Yo, bro, let's keep it real, man. Keep it real, man. I was born in 75, man. I don't fly on no Christian banner and I don't fly off on no Muslim banner, man. I'm a black man first, man. So I don't respect Anton for that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Because yo, you want to push your Christianity? All right, you go ahead and push that, man. But yo, we ain't on that no more, man. We ain't Christians no more, man. We damn sure ain't Muslims no more, man. We just black men, and we trying to lift up the black race. So okay, he ain't Pan-African, because you know what I'm saying, he don't want the Haitians in this country. Illegal is illegal, this and that. Okay, I still rock with him because, you know what I'm saying, of his content or whatever, as far as calling out the liberal white women and, you know what I'm saying, the degenerate black people. But all right, if we gonna keep it on some Negro ghetto type shit, okay. What he said, what Corey said was just as disrespectful as what Anton said. Okay, you kiss white man's ass. Okay, you suck black people's dick. Okay, if it was me, I'd have been like, yo, how do I suck black people's dick? And then you gotta expound on that. Okay,
yeah, that's
but
why
Corey,
I don't understand why Corey tried to fight about it.
Okay, Corey jumped up in his face, but at the same time, you don't know what that man gonna do. That man cleared distance within 1.5 milliseconds, man. You don't know what he gonna do. Anton sat in his chair. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Like I said, I don't know if that was a play because you know what I'm saying. If somebody jump off of their chair, I don't know if they gonna strangle me. I don't know if they gonna pistol whip me. I don't know if they just gonna beat me down to the ground. So my first instinct was to stand up too. You know what I'm saying? And then all that, go outside, let's go to the bat. You know what I'm saying? I learned that shit like 20 years ago, man. That's the last thing I learned on the streets, man. The first
You
thing
don't
I
ever
learned,
follow nobody outside.
no, no, no. The first thing I learned on the streets, cause I grew up, and when I was growing up, I was like, yo, my stepmom was like, yo, all right, nobody can hit you for talking. And I found out, yeah, damn sure people will hit you for talking, man.
Sure
You know what
will.
I'm saying? And
Women
I
think like
learned.
that.
And my second lesson I learned, like, all right, somebody close that distance, you gotta steal on that first, cause they gonna steal on you.
But Anton knew
You know what I'm
Corey
saying?
ass wasn't gonna do shit.
And the third lesson I know, the third lesson I learned is all that, let's go out back and let's do it. I was coming from work the other day, like about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, man. And I knew how this black dude was scared, man. The Arab dude was he was a cab driver. The Arab dude, he was a little bit buff. The black dude, you know what I'm saying? He was buff too, but he was like, yo, he kept on telling the Arab dude, yo, you pussy, do this and that. Yo, let's go down the street. I'm like, yo, listen, what you talking about? Go down the street, man. If you gonna fight the man right there, man.
Right.
So that's the most sucker shit, man.
Let me get this super
listen.
chat. Let me get the super chat real quick. Shout out to JC. That was like watching a grown man and a fifth grader, respectively. Anton and Corey Holcomb. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like that too, JC. I think Anton handled it perfectly. I think Corey was freaking tripping and out of his depth.
I mean, like I said, man, if you're gonna talk about it politically, yeah, he handled it perfectly. But I'm not sitting in no damn chair while you towering over me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you're gonna do, especially if you bigger than me. I don't know what you're gonna do, man. He could have lifted that man out of the chair. He could have lifted that man out of the chair and body slammed him.
How many fights have you heard about Corey Holcomb getting into?
Now, I don't know none of these dudes, man. But only thing I know from watching that interaction, they both ain't built like that. And when I say built like that, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because people gotta learn. People gotta go through experiences to learn the consequences and experiences, or got to go to experiences to learn what they can do and what they can do. Because you know what I'm saying, people just don't. There's certain. There's like a minuscule of people on this planet, of dudes on this planet, like maybe 0.1% that just came out the womb fighting, man. Yeah. And I know you've seen that, man. That dudes just be fighting from damn near.
But Anton got like 3 or 4 brothers, bro. Bro didn't fought. You got brothers. Okay. You had some fights.
No. Seriously talking, man. You know the dudes. Dudes. You grew up just like how I grew up, even though you like 10 years younger than me, man. There's dudes that just come out that womb. There's dudes that just come out that womb that just know how to fight, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the Caribbean, man, there's dudes that just a twist. Like
right,
when I was.
I gotta go. I've actually pushed it too long. Hey,
all right, family.
Excuse me. We're gonna get back up on this. Hey, thank you all for watching this. I done ran it past my time. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the stream. If I missed you, if you left a super chat, or you left a cash app or something like that, I got you on the next show. We almost hit our goal. I was happy about that. I think we are 1 or 2 off. So if you're feeling good about yourself today and you like the show, feel free to drop a $5 super chat as we wrap up. Appreciate everything you do for me and this channel. And I'll leave you guys. I mean, hey, if you're not ready to believe, let me see this. Hold on really quick. What's this? Let's do this. Why not? Let's hit our super chat goal.